All right, we back. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, I wanted to squeeze at least one box stream in the middle of the week. Shout out to everybody that joined the NFL stream yesterday. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. All that information is in the description. Um, Other than that, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1 Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Check them out, man. They got you, man. That website and promo code is in the description as well. And yeah, let's work. But yeah, we'll talk about a couple things that's been going on. It's a good day to do a live stream. A lot of times, a lot of these boxing channels be reaching for shit. They get redundant. They want to do a stream every day, and they just talk about the same shit, or they try to make a story where ain't no story there. And that's why it's always good for people building a channel. Never build your channel just about boxing, because even though boxing is an international sport and it's a sport that's year round, and it really ceased to have no off season, but it's not always a lot of things to talk about boxing. So if I ever was to give anybody advice about a channel, um, my best advice would be, make a sports channel. You don't link your channel to just boxing. That's not something that's fruitful or good to build around. But what's up, Bud Crawford? Beats Easy Route Spence. Detroit, everything was going on, man. So if I ever was get some advice about a channel, that's some advice that I definitely want to kick game to right then and there. You don't want to just base it around boxing, but I ain't never reaching to do no stream. Never say I wasn't guilty of it, but I just ain't doing a boxer stream all week. Unless it's just a high week for boxing, then yeah. But I ain't reaching for that shit no more. It ain't no fucking point. But let's work. So we talking about today. Talk about Hurd. People saying he dug J.Rock, and I don't know what's going on with as far as his reasoning. Eventually, he'll come out. He may move up to middleweight, and we talk about Lara versus J.Rock. That's a fight that they looking forward to make in place of it, which definitely should be an undercard fight. If Charlo and Harrison too is on that card. Jermall Charlo taking on Dennis Hogan as well. I don't think it's finalized, but something I want to talk about as well. But let's talk about the Hurd situation. I think it was stupid for him to take the rematch in general. And let's just go over some. A lot of people get emotional about this, and everybody get emotional about everything you talk about. Maybe little emotion, or especially in boxing, but just look at it with clarity, right? It ain't like it came up where they officially announced the fight. It was rumored like, okay, December 14th, it's gonna be Hurd and J.Rock, and we get to November, the beginning of November, or we get to the end of October, or we get to December, and Hurd say, you know what, I don't want to fight. He didn't how can I say it? He didn't fuck over anybody. Okay? He didn't do anybody a disservice um by pulling out of this fight, right? If you actually look at it, the fight wasn't competitive. This fight wasn't a better fight than Charlo and Harrison, the first fight. This fight was only good because the unexpected happened. The underdog got to beating the shit out of a dude that was a sizable favorite. That's it. And you go back and look at this fight, and you didn't know who was the underdog or not the underdog. This fight wasn't competitive. It wasn't semi-competitive. This was a dog walk. This was a dog walk of hundreds of country miles. Wasn't a competitive fight. Was it entertaining? Yes, it's entertaining. Because at the end of the day, it's always entertaining when an underdog do something. When you got a perception going into the fight that Jarrett Hurd just gonna walk through him, and then Williams come out and put the Beast by Dre on him. Then you like, yeah, then you like, oh, this is exciting. I want to see if Hurd gonna land that shot. We know J.Rock got a shaky chin, and it don't happen. But by no means or measures, and you go back and look at it, and sometimes you become prisoner of the moment. No Skip Bayless, but sometimes you become prisoner of the moment. and you think a fight is better than what it was. At best, that was a really good fight, but it wasn't fight of the year. It wasn't competitive. Fight of the year has to be competitive. It has to be some back and forth. And all I seen was Jarrett Hurd getting the brakes and rotors and moving backwards in this fight. So it wasn't. I'm not mad. I don't think anybody made no accommodations and got a flight and bought a hotel. They didn't formally announce this fight. They didn't. They ain't say, "Oh, we doing this fight at the Barclays Center. Get tickets now." And then, Jarrett Hurd is the word I was looking for. Inconvenienced anybody. He didn't. Jarrett Hurd. This is September, the beginning of September. So September, October, November. He gave you about. He gave over 100-day head start. Like, okay, I ain't doing it. But anybody that use boxing common sense, he got blew out. He fired his trainer. He switched his trainer to Shakur Stevenson and them. I think somebody in the comment section said he trained Antoine Douglas too. Okay. At the end of the day, do you think, no matter who the trainer is, do you think they can give Jarrett Hurd the tools to beat J.Rock? J.Rock is a skilled fighter. He can fight on the outside, he can fight in the pocket, he can fight on the inside. At the end of the day, it's just a bad matchup. I'm guarantee you, he was gonna need to do a lot in that fight. So can you fault him? He didn't inconvenience nobody. Who did he inconvenience? I didn't buy tickets for the fight. They didn't formally announce the fight. So how can you be mad at him? He made a decision that was a smart decision for him. Whatever the situation is it, I couldn't make the weight, or my circumstances right now, or I'm not learning quick enough in the gym, or my team advised against it. The fight was never formally made. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you have the VADA aspect to it. And at the end of the day, J.Rock went public about VADA. He went public about it. Said, "Oh, he don't want to." When it's time to sign for VADA, everybody want to drag their feet and whoop de whoop. He need to sign up for VADA. He need to do this now. And at the end of the day, man, we grown men, right? If you a real grown man and you and your girl have an argument, do you go to social media and be like, "Oh, fuck this bitch Brittany, and this bitch get on my nerves, and I'm gonna fuck some other hoes"? You might think that shit. But you mad, you in the heat of the moment. And if you got a real chick, a real woman, and she don't get her way, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck another nigga and whoop de whoop and go on Instagram." Nah, nigga, real niggas don't do that. Real men don't do that. Real women don't do that. So at the end of the day, why would you make it public that Jarrett Hurd was dragging his feet on Nevada testing? Nigga, this was what? In July, August? Nigga, y'all ain't fighting till November. I'm until December 14th. So we're nigga September, October, November. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, really? You said 4 months out or 3 months out. It was way more enough time to get that testing done. That's why I don't respect them niggas, dog. I don't respect J.Rock and Stephen Bredman from a black standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. They did that shit with Jermall Charlo. Oh, he refused to take drug testing and he on steroids, and they talk all that shit, and you go out there and get dropped by a jab and get knocked out. And then you want to act like you ain't say none of that shit after the fight. You want to hug me, bitch, please. You know what I'm saying? Don't, if you felt that I cheated, don't come over and hug and congratulate me and try to kiss my ass. It's one thing to talk shit. It's one thing to slap a cigarette out of somebody's mouth. It's one thing to say I'm gonna beat your ass, but it's a certain point when you cross the line, you create a misconception, or you create something. Oh, you did roids, and once you cross that line, nigga, don't even worry about shaking my hand after the fight. Don't even worry about it. I ain't holding hands with you. We ain't cool with you. Don't try to kiss my ass. Don't try to be like, "Oh, it was just fun and games." No, when you assassinate my character, once you talk about my family, my kids, my girl, my wife, my mother, once you talk about shit like that, once you talk about certain shit that cross the line, and it's subjective and it varies to different people. It depends on what where your limits are drawn at in your situation. But once you do that, like, nigga, it's over with. And for them, they went to social media like a bunch of bitches, and I mean that. They went to social media. I said it again, like a bunch of bitches. Oh, Jarrett Hurd don't want to. He ain't enrolled in Vada yet. He dragging his feet. He whoop de whoop. He doing this and that. At the end of the day, bro, the fight like 5 or 6, 5 months out. The fight is 5 months out. And nigga, damn. Like, nigga, like, dude, like, nigga, the right, you said 4 months. And the first thing you do instead of hit my line and text me, or text my coach, or text my personal manager, or hit up Al, or you can call PBC, you can call Fox. Instead of going through your chain of command, you say, I ain't gonna hit him up directly. I ain't gonna text him. I ain't gonna email him. I ain't gonna call him. I ain't gonna DM him. Matt, I ain't gonna call Al and see what's going on with Al, or I ain't gonna call Sam, or I ain't gonna call Tim Smith at PBC. I ain't gonna call his personal manager. I ain't gonna call his pops. I ain't gonna call my personal manager. Get in touch. What we gonna do is we gonna go to social media and make it look like he taking steroids. I'm highly skeptical of that whole situation. I'm highly skeptical of that situation. Because at the end of the day, he around here accusing everybody of taking steroids, right? J.Rock, Julian J.Rock Williams. He accusing everybody of taking roids. And guess what? He worked with Victor Conte. Go look at Victor Conte. His specialty, what he specialized in, was undetectable human growth hormones and other performance enhancing drugs. That's what his specialty. He gave PEDs to athletes that was undetectable. The clear, the whole Balco thing with Shane Mosley, the thing with Tyron Wheatley, the thing with I think maybe Jose Canseco. That was him. That was him. So I'm very skeptical. And like I said in my video the other day, when you got a woman or you a woman and you got a man, he always accuses you of cheating. Oh, you cheating. Oh, you 1 minute home. Remember white chicks, you MapQuest said it take you 10 minutes to get home. You home 1 minute late. When people do that shit, that mean they cheating, dog. They insecure about some things. They projecting what they doing on you. They telling on themselves. And I'm highly skeptical of that shit. And Victor Conte work with Vada. What's up with him if a test do come back adverse? What's up with him with sweeping that bitch under the rug if you work with Vada? Knowing your ass going to jail. You know, if you fuck up again. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And all of a sudden, it's when you want to jump in Vada. This nigga ain't in Vada 365. He not enrolled in the year-round program. So basically, you clear your system out, right? You clear your system out, and now you telling me, oh, come on, you dragging your feet. You dragging your feet on this shit. Sign up. Like, nigga, what stop you from dragging your feet? What's stopping you? You could have cleaned your system out. Like, oh, we clean now. We can jump back in. Fuck up out of here with that shit, man. Too many niggas be letting shit like this slide, bro. I don't trust them motherfuckers, man. I don't trust them. They doing too much yapping. They going on social media trying to blast people like they clean it, but turn around and say, we want to fight Canelo, but boxing politics. I thought y'all was against steroids. Why would you want to go fight the one of the most biggest cheaters out there in Canelo Alvarez with clenbuterol? Vada had never tested him until he got to Mexico, till he left Mexico. They tested him in San Diego, Colorado Springs, and the one time they tested him in Mexico, they catch him. So if you all about honor, you all about integrity, and you all about clean boxing, then why you want to go fight a dude who failed the drug test and then got a suspension without random drug tests on the suspension? Then you go back to 2013 when he fought Floyd, and it was rumors around there Floyd said he was juicing then. He fought him on an unfair advantage. Yeah, they said they wanted the Canelo fight, but they said boxing politics to stop it. But I thought you was all for clean boxing. I'm telling you, these niggas be telling on themselves, man. They be telling on themselves, man. Nobody trying to hear that shit, man. I ain't trying to hear that, man. These niggas, like I said before, they started, a lot of motherfuckers don't know, they started that whole narrative about the Charlo twins and Errol Spence. They started that PED narrative, bro. They started that shit. Like I said before, a lot of niggas went around doing this boxing shit when that shit was going on. A lot of them weren't doing that, were talking boxing on YouTube, or they didn't know shit about it, because all they do is talk about the casual boxing talk. You know? All they do is talk about the Wilders or the Floyds and Pacquiao and shit like that. That's all they talk about. They don't talk about real hardcore shit. I remember that shit. That fight wasn't popularized. They press conference was streamed on like a phone or some shit like that. It wasn't all huge thing. I remember J.Rock just running his mouth, running his mouth on Jermall, running his mouth, and Jermall just sitting there like, all right, bro. Oh, you know what? He got an exception from the IBF to flush the roids out of his system. He was saying all, him and his coach was saying all that shit. He didn't want to take drug testing for the fight and whoop de whoop. And really, Jermall was he was deemed to be legally blind, and he couldn't make the weight no more. So he was gonna vacate the belt and move up. But then J-Rock could have got an easy belt, could have saved the L on his resume. He got to run in his motherfucking mouth. And Charlo was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck this nigga up. That's basically what happened. And all these press conferences they did before the fight, and then right before the fight, the weigh in and all, he got to keep running his mouth. Kept running that motherfucking mouth. Kept running that motherfucking mouth. You a bum and you want this and that. Nigga go out there, he do good, get dropped by a jab, then he get knocked out by a 1 in 1 million counter punch, and then he want to hug it out. After you didn't change the way the world see me as a fighter. Now everybody think I'm on steroids, and now you want to hug it out like everything good. Like nigga, please, nigga, please. It's certain points that you cross the line. I don't give a fuck if we making money. You ain't coming back. The shit McGregor did to Mayweather, ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no coming back from that. We'd be fighting every time I seen that nigga, man. Mr. Child, salute L and Jeff A. What's going on? Neutral Natural, what's going on? He said J-Rock, yeah, he suspect. HCX Boston, he said I'm a big Hurd fan, but if he moves up, Jermall would probably beat the dog shit out of Hurd. That's probably one of the worst matchups. I don't know. I don't agree. Jermall Charlo ain't even all that. No offense to him, he been looking bad. I'm not sure he beat the dog shit out of him. Especially if he able to train up. Them niggas ain't too far apart. They got this stigma that Jermall Charlo is this great fighter. I ain't seen it. His best fight was J-Rock, and it was neck and neck until his power took over. He had a close fight with Austin Trout, but other than that, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know where the hype about Jermall coming from. I already thought Jermall was the better fighter, especially when he was with Ronnie Shields. But hey, Will, what's going on? Our tennis the barber, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? He said if Canelo, but claiming everyone else cheat. Yeah, I don't fight Canelo. Detroit versus everything was going on. Sammy Crouton was going on. So that's what I'm saying, man. I don't be fucking. I don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you sit out here and you go to the social media to talk about some real serious shit where niggas livelihood and niggas family name and integrity on the line. You know what I'm saying? And you sit there and you assassinate this man's character. Now it's a narrative that could be tagged to Jarrett Hurd that he on roids. That shit garbage to me, man. You handle that shit. Now if it get to the point, like I said before, it got to the point where it's past the breaking point. It went too long. You ain't heard shit about him picking his test back. You just politely say online, like, you know what? Testing didn't come around. We gonna go look on to the next one and look for another fight. You got any questions? Take it up with Al Heyman and PBC. That's all you gotta say. Because ain't nowhere, real shit. Ain't nowhere in Nevada, whatever they fight, New York State Athletic Commission, Nevada, ain't nowhere in the boxing Queensberry rules say we have to take blood and urine drug test in the fight. Quite frankly, that's not grounds to fight or not fight. You got to take the State Athletic Commission testing. That's it. It's nowhere in boxing rules where it's etched in stone. There's not an international commission. There's not a state athletic commission. None of that shit. None of that shit. They don't say it's not mandated that you do that because they don't have a WBC. That's Tony Harrison and Charlo. So he don't have to do that shit. He don't have to take the fucking test. If you want to be technical about it. See, this is like when motherfucker when that fucking nerdy ass coworker you got, they elevate the nigga to team leader or management, and now it's like the revenge of the nerds or some shit like that, and now he got all this power. Samuel salute. He got all this power, and now he want to abuse it. Like that nigga reign ain't gonna be long, bro. Trust on that. That nigga reign ain't gonna be wrong. And when it's do over again, I'm beat her alive. I just don't like sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like sucker shit, man. I'm a very private person. I don't really share a lot of personal views on the internet, pictures and shit like that. Like in this day and age, you gotta wise up. They use anything against you to hurt you. And like again, I said it again, I'm not a pro black channel. I'm a pro boxing channel, but I got pro black point of views. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just a pro channel, just sports channel. But when another nigga go out there to make another brother look bad, and now he got a track record of doing that shit, like dude, you gotta ask yourself, man, what type of nigga is him, dog? What type of black man is him? Is he? Excuse me. What type of black man is he? You gotta ask yourself that. Cause it's the second brother you may look bad doing this shit. You ain't have to go on social media to drag Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd don't seem to be a bad guy. He don't have a huge social media presence. He on there sometimes, but you couldn't hit the nigga line up. You couldn't hit his line up like, hey, bro, you need to hurry up and get that testing for him in. You couldn't go through your chain of command. That's why I don't respect them niggas, man. I'm sorry, bro. I don't respect that nigga, man. I just don't respect when niggas do gay shit like that. And they got a track record. Really, you only get one time with me, but he got second time, man. If I'm Jarrett Hurd, man, I've been to slap the shit out that nigga, man. That's how I know a lot of these niggas ain't from the streets, dog, or they don't have a street mentality. They grew up in the gym. You know what I'm saying? They stayed in the gym. Obviously, they dedicated themselves to get to this world championship level. But it's principalities to this shit, Smokey. That's why I just tell certain niggas that grew up from certain backgrounds ain't letting certain shit slide. Same thing for Earl Spence. When they started that shit about Earl Spence, that shit trickled down to Earl Spence. When Demetrius Andrade and them was talking about he was on some because they got to talking about the Charlos and they started that and they got the Earl Spence and they started talking about Earl Spence. They started that shit. It wasn't no Mexicans or no white fight fans that started that steroid shit about Errol Spence. That was the brothers. Danny Jacobs and Andre Rozier talking about, oh, Jermall Charlo on some shit. He definitely on some shit. All this shit being said. All this is created by somebody that comes from the same demographic background, the same skin color as the Charlos. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? The narrative was created by brothers to trash other brothers. For what? Just because they from Texas, y'all from the East Coast, we still black. Everything basically came from the South on up to the East. Even though they colonized the East first, but the slaves was started down south, and everybody ran up north, and people, obviously stayed down south. It's just disrespectful to me, bro. I'd have really checked the shit out that nigga, man. It ain't even about being a street nigga as a man, you know. And T.I. said, man, he said he had a line on himself. He said, I can't vividly remember the line that he said, but he said he'd die of his fucking pride. And you don't understand that shit until you get older. When you get older, you don't understand that you will die. You will die for not die for your hood or die for no gang, but you will die over some respect. You know what I'm saying? I know it was a dude that was he was at the club and telling me a story. They had money on his head. Long story short, but the nigga showed up to the club he's still showing his face in the hood, and he say, he'd rather live like a man, and he'd rather what he say he's just saying this, he'd rather die like a man and live like a coward. And you don't understand that when somebody tell you that shit, like, damn man, you can just run and survive to live another day. You don't understand shit like that. Like why a nigga like T.I. said he'd die for his pride or his respect or whatever it was. You wouldn't understand that. He said Mikey got a big announcement on September 14th. Uh yeah, I don't know what that's gonna be. I hear a few things behind the scenes about Mikey. I just obviously can give a fuck less. But shit terrible, man. Shit terrible, man. He said Mikey said he had a big announcement September 14th, Vegas, aka Top Rank event Fury fight. Yeah, it could be. Could be. I mean, I'm hearing that he 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 I see that for later. I'm hearing about Mikey. Mikey and Bud, I doubt it. Highly doubt that. Um, yeah, what's up, Kobe 2K fan? But yeah, that's just my whole point about that. I ain't gonna dwell on that shit too long. But they talking about J.Rock and Lara. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Give me 1 second. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, yeah, my sound working. So yeah, I heard that Arizona Lara is being lined up for J.Rock. Me personally, I like the Casano fight from a J.Rock aspect, but you know what? They don't they don't have enough time. They have enough time to prepare for Lara. I think Lara didn't suffer no injuries. Had Lara suffered some injuries in his last fight, or had a tough fight with Ramon Alvarez, which they said 1 million people watched that. I don't know how. Shit, I was watching football, but somebody found time to watch it. But they saying that Lara is being lined up. Mike Copperger said Lara is being lined up to that. And you got to know, I heard that Luis de Cubas is the matchmaker over at Premier Boxing Champion. So Luis de Cubas is the little light skinned chubby guy that be with all the Cuban fighters, Hugis and Lara. So he's a matchmaker at PBC. So he's a matchmaker for a television series. That shit crazy. But yeah, I hear some things. I heard that they trying. I'd say if you stay around and you stick around and listen, you can hear a lot of shit from behind the scenes. Like I said, I don't report a lot of things, but you know what? I start throwing some shit at the end of the video for people who hang around at the end of the videos. So I'll start throwing shit that I hear around. I'm not gonna make a video about it. Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not fucking worth it. But but um, but yeah, Lara and J Rock. For J Rock, I think Castanos would be a better fight. I think Lara might beat J Rock. To be honest, I think that's a bad style for J Rock. J Rock a good fighter. Good boxer, good hand speed, but that's a tough fight for him. This ain't Jarrett Hurd. Remember, he beat up Jarrett Hurd. You know what I'm saying? But he had just struggled with Nathaniel Gallimore to a certain extent. He struggled with Ishe Smith. I think Arizona Lara got a great chance at beating J Rock. And I know when you become champion, your confidence grow a lot. But I think a lot of what went on with J Rock and Jarrett Hurd was just that J Rock just was a bad stylistic matchup for Jarrett Hurd. He didn't have to show nothing but stamina, and he showed a tremendous ability to fight on the inside. He ain't gonna be able to beat the shit out of Lara like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how old Lara is. He ain't gonna pummel Lara like Jarrett Hurd did. You know what I'm saying? He just not. And he not gonna be on his ass like Castanos was. I think Lara being with Ishmael Salas, and also I think he may be doing his strength and conditioning with Member Hernandez, because most people that go over Ishmael Salas in Vegas, because he's left Ronnie Shields. So people do know that Arizona Lara left Ronnie Shields. He with Ishmael Salas. So I seen this little fight this weekend. But I think Arizona Lara will have a great chance at beating J Rock. I think that's a 50-50 fight. It can go either way. And I know if Lara was younger, I still think it'd be a close fight. It's because of styles. Styles make fights, and I think Lara is a tough style for J Rock. And like I said, J Rock didn't outbox Lara. He beat the shit out of him, and he did outbox Jermall Charlo. But I think Lara, even at this point in his career, being making 154 more comfortable than Charlo did that night, I think Lara is a will be more sharper. He won't be drained like Charlo was. So when you think about it, J Rock had one hit at 154, and that was versus Jarrett Hurd. And he might have got Jarrett Hurd at the right time with the shoulder injury, and also he just had the proper style to beat him. But I like Lara. I kind of would favor Lara to beat J Rock. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of people might disagree, but I could definitely see J Rock taking Lara out. But it ain't gonna be easy. That's gonna be a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? J Rock is a good fighter, but I could see Lara outpointing him. I probably would favor. I probably would favor Lara going in that fight. To be honest, I think Lara can beat him. Truth be told, and that's just my personal opinion on it, man. I'm just looking at styles and shit. Um, but hey, if Lara was younger, like I said, I still just think stylistically wise, that's a tough fight. And Lara has proven to beat other slick fighters like Austin Trout. He competed with Canelo. Some people think he won. I had it a draw. He fought the better opposition. And I know people say, well, Ngulo lumped him up, but Ngulo was a stronger puncher than J Rock can ever dream to be at the time. But he was a pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying? J Rock hasn't shown to be a pressure fighter, but versus Jarrett Hurd. And Lara ain't Jarrett Hurd. You know what I'm saying? He ain't Jarrett Hurd in my opinion. So it is what it is. Um, he said, Argentis Barber said people show their real colors when they get a little clout. You ain't lying, bro. I'll be humble when I get this. When I get, if I hit the lottery, I'll be the same person. When I get this 500 million, you know, El Jeffrey said you opened my eyes. That Broner video, PBC is a TV series. The fuck, it ain't even a licensed league. Heyman low key ducked the Ali act. Yep, that's what you get lawyers for. Stone Bone Boxing. Is it so official? Yeah, it's off. That's what you get lawyers for. You know what I'm saying? You get lawyers to find loopholes. Look at Le'Veon Bell last year. He didn't have to play none for the Steelers because they found the loophole in the system. That's why you got lawyers. That's why Al Heyman is the guy. Nobody else thought to think about that, but that's why you delegate power to people. You know what I'm saying? That is very, very important. As you have great people around you, you could be the stupidest motherfucker, but if you got people you can trust and they can find loopholes in the system, Renardo, salute. That's how it is. That shit is a TV series. I looked it up myself. It's not a management company. It's not a promotional company. It's a TV series. It's, you know, you get hired to appear on so many shows of the TV series, and that's how they go. That's the binding contract. You bind to show up on this TV series, and that's what it is. Castanos will beat J.Rock in my opinion. That's a tough fight. I ain't sure. I like that fight better for him. I think J.Rock could prevail in the Castano fight a lot better than the Lara fight. Lara gonna stick him. Yeah, gonna make J.Rock. That'd be a difficult fight. I wouldn't take that fight honestly. But as far as the value, if I'm a fan and I want to see I want to see the best fight possible, Castanos is a better fight. Real talk, Castanos is by far a better stylistic fight than Lara for Hurd. Me personally, I wouldn't even want to see the Lara and Hurd fight. That shit gonna be a snooze fest. You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna be a fucking snooze fest. It might have its moments. It's gonna be a fucking snooze fest. Castano and Jarrett Hurd is probably gonna Castano, excuse me, and J.Rock is probably going to produce a fucking classic. Just they styles. It's probably gonna produce a better fight. I ain't gonna say classic. Storm B say I think J.Rock not gonna take that fight. I wouldn't, but he got enough time. I thought about that too before I jumped on. I was like, well, if you look at a Storm B, he got what, September, October, November. So he got about 100 days to get ready for Lara. So me personally, I'd take the Castanos fight. Now Castanos, Hogan, and Lubin was supposed to appear on the October 12th card for Adrian Broner. That's when Broner supposed to be coming back. They was all supposed to appear on that card in some capacity. Like I did the video the other week ago, and I told y'all that it was no guarantee that Hogan and Lubin was gonna fight, but they signed to fight each other. But Lubin got the Terrell Gausha fight. Now Hogan gonna be fighting Jermall Charlo. I'll speak on that a little bit later. And now Castanos, it was not known who he's gonna fight on that card. If I'm Jarrett Hurd, I'm J.Rock, I'm looking to fight in Castanos. But hey, if Jarrett Hurd do move up, power to him. You know, his team got mad at me because I just kept saying that Jermall Charlo was gonna beat his ass. Corey Lee said they got mad. Somebody was being biased. Like, nigga, how am I being biased when I'm just stating the observation? I just think it was a bad matchup. And, I think I could have been proven right had they fought. I felt that Jamel Charlo was going to stop Jarrett Hurd. But there's no hating, dog. Like, I don't have no reason to hate on motherfucker. I provide y'all with detailed facts and some of my opinions. So I'm not gonna just, Jarrett Hurd seemed like a cool guy. I knew about Jarrett Hurd before the majority of niggas out here knew about him. I have footage of him fighting, in the small room fights and shit like that. It ain't nothing personal, you know. It ain't nothing personal. Marty boy, what's going on? Excuse me. He's a very true. Found the loophole in the system. Can't hate him. The smart mode. Yeah, I ain't mad at him. Storm B said Lara would punish J.Rock. I think he'd be winning too. I wouldn't take that fight. Yeah, J.Rock and Castanos, El Jefe would be a better fight for a banger. J.Rock taking that Lara fight. He shouldn't. I wouldn't. There ain't no, and that shit the main event, bro. I'm turning on to the Bud fight, bro. I'm sorry. I'll watch that another time. Or I put on the shit. I put on a UFC card. I ain't sitting through that shit. That's a fucked up main event. And now if it's the undercard, I'll check it out. But I ain't sitting through fucking Lara and motherfucking Hurd. I mean, not her, but Lara and motherfucking J.Rock. Fuck that. If I come back and the Crawford fight over with, or if I don't find the intrigue in the UFC card, I ain't watching that shit, man. That shit got the style. I think Lara will win, but I ain't watching that whole fight. Just put it that way. He said Hurd versus Maul Charlo for 2020. No, it ain't going down. I don't think so. I think why would you go fight Charlo and not fight Jarrett Hurd? That ain't happening. Jarrett Hurd gonna take his time. I'm telling you. Jarrett Hurd probably gonna he might not fight another top fighter until 2021. That don't make no sense. Why lose? Why lose for less money? He can probably make more money fighting Jarrett Hurd. I mean fighting J.Rock. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make more money fighting J.Rock. For real. That's just my opinion. Him and Maul, like, it's no point. And people thinking Maul got a secondary belt still too. So you gonna turn down a unification about to get beat 6 months, 7 months, 8 months later. Shit's stupid. And then you in a situation for politics where you could have been a unified champion versus J Rock, and then be going to fight the Charlo Harrison 2 winner. But now you beat Jermall Charlo for the WBC belt that people still believe is a secondary belt, and they still identify WBC franchise champion Canelo as a real fighter, and then you still waiting on to fight Canelo. You still waiting on to fight Triple G. You still waiting on to fight Demetrius Andrade. That shit the stupidest shit he can do. So you gonna go lose for people a belt that people think is fake for less money when you can be. It just didn't make no. That don't make no sense for him. That makes zero sense. That makes zero sense. I'd rather take my chances of beating the shit out of get my ass beat by J Rock. Nah, he need more than a light touch. One light touch ain't gonna do it, or two light touches. You gonna get your ass beat for what? What's the difference? I get my ass beat in 2020 for one fake belt. A lot of people say it's a fake belt. Or should I get my ass beat for more money for two belts with a chance to win three? You get a chance to fight Jermall Charlo next year for what? For what? You beat him. What does it mean? People say, "Oh, Corbett beat him." You beat him. What does it mean? Oh, Canelo's still the real champion. That's what some people think. You beat him. What does it mean? Triple G ain't gonna still fight you. Demetrius Andrade ain't gonna fight you. Or you gonna have to go to the zone. So it don't make no sense. It just make it to me. It makes zero sense for that brother. If you going up to fight for the WBC belt versus Jermall Charlo, you might as well fight J-Rock. That he ain't going nowhere. Charlo ain't gonna have no opponent. You can build your way back up. If you lose to J-Rock again, so be it. I could take a couple fights next year and still get a shot at Jermall Charlo. You know, Hurd said he fight like James Toney on the inside of court. No, he ain't got that slickness. So Canelo Kovalev done deal. I don't know November 2nd, but yeah, I heard it's 99% done. The WBO made the fight be at 175. They said they wasn't gonna sanction that fight. What I heard, nothing less than 175. So it's gonna have a rehydration clause. The weight, I don't know. As far as is it gonna be a 10-pound rehydration clause, but I do know that the fight had to happen at 175 per WBO rules. So WBO wasn't gonna sanction nothing less than 175 for that title. So Canelo had to. So don't sit here and give Canelo too much fucking credit. But Kovalev was willing to waive his right to be a fucking human being to fight Canelo. The WBO stepped in and gave him some humility. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear niggas say, "Oh, see, Canelo, he moved up and he didn't do a catch weight. He had no other choice, or he was gonna fight Callum Smith, or he was gonna fight Callum Smith, or he was gonna fight motherfucking what's the old boy name? Demetrius Andrade. Those was his backup plans. And Golden Boy had the fucking arena. They had the arena fucking already held down, And if they didn't fight that day, then they would have owed the big motherfucking a fee for not fighting. I think the T-Mobile's what they heard, but I know Pablo Cano, whatever his name is, that stopped Jorge Linares. He gonna be on the undercard, so I can't tell y'all that. That's what I heard. So that's just what it is. You know, he said PBC trying to push his 54 pounds to 160, except for Lubin. It don't matter. Like nigga, that buzz best for Jarrett Hurd. That's just stupid to do that. You gonna get beat for less money. To me, it's just dumb. What's up? What's going on, Jamaica? We'll take it. Well, you think Lara would take a such torch? What's short about that? Ain't no short turnaround, Jamaica. He just fought when last weekend, right? So that's August he fought last weekend, right? So you got September, October, November. He got 90 days. He got 100 days to that fight. That ain't no short turnaround. That used to be a regular. That used to be a regular fight schedule. If you fought 4 times a year, and you got what 12 months, so shit, you fought often. And ain't nothing wrong with fighting that quick around. He didn't suffer no damage. You know that Kovalev, like somebody was saying, that Kovalev turnaround ain't that bad. But it seemed like a quick turnaround because they fight once a year, twice a year. But if you fought 4 times a year in a 12-month calendar, you fighting what? Shit, you fighting often. You know what I'm saying? You fighting every what? 8, 12 weeks or some shit like that. So yeah, he's at PBC trying to push Lubin and Colbert heavy. Colbert don't want to fight nothing but 2 times a year, I heard. So how hard can they push him if he only willing to fight 2 times a year? That's what you got to ask yourself. He said thoughts. I didn't watch the Ruiz AJ. I watched a little bit of the press conference, but I didn't watch it. I didn't really listen to it. I was shitting. I really wasn't trying to listen to it. I don't give a fuck. When they fight, they fight. I don't want to hear nothing about what Eddie Hearn got to say. I heard he said something about Wilder. I don't give a fuck about that division no more, really. At the end of the day, I don't have a feeling for. I don't care about Wilder fighting Fury. I don't care about really Wilder and Ortiz until it come around. I don't give a shit about that division. When AJ lost, I didn't give a fuck no more. Really, I didn't. I didn't. I wanted to see AJ and Wilder, and it didn't happen. You know, that's it. That's just what it is. So I didn't get my satisfaction out of that. So I don't care. I like watching Njabwe and Du Bois, and I even enjoy watching Joe Joyce come up. I enjoy Usyk when he eventually started fighting people at the division. But right now, I don't give a fuck, man. Like I didn't really care for Wilder Fury. If you didn't see my stream, I just didn't give a fuck for the fight. The 12th round was good, but outside the 12th round, the fight was shit. The fight was a shitty ass fight. I don't understand why people dying to see it again. Fury didn't have to go get a belt. He ain't got a belt. Wilder bring the same belt. There's nothing different about the fight. People made up their own excuse. Oh, they gave Fury a 15 count. You get mother casual shit like that. That's casual boxing talk. When niggas pull out a stopwatch and say, "Oh, he got a 12 count." If you've been watching boxing longer than 5 fucking years, if you've been watching boxing for over a decade, you know the count is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you play fight night, it's 1, it's 2, it's 3. And if you don't go to your corner, that referee will stop his count, get to your corner, then it's 5. It's the count is at the discretion of the referee. I've seen it so many times. Motherfuckers get a 20, they get a 30 count in real time seconds. It's at the discretion. It was no cheating. It was no sucker shit. That was Jack Grease count, and that's how he count. Wilder wanted to go around the ring and party and put his hands up. He did himself a disservice by that. But the count, you don't pull out a stopwatch and say, "Oh, he really got." Man, niggas be killing me on that one, bro. I'm sorry, y'all got me going somewhere that I don't even want to go to. But that's just what it is, motherfucker. Oh, he got a 50 count. I seen Arthur McKinney, whatever that referee is. I got to mix up with Jay. I seen them throw the towel in the Yuri Foreman and Cotto fight. And the nigga threw the towel back in there and asked the fighter, "Do he want to fight?" You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I ain't trying to hear it. If the fight come around and I get excited for it, okay. I don't have nothing to be excited about the division for. Because everybody think Wilder's just going to stretch Andy Ruiz. The division did. I wanted to take the satisfaction of enjoying Wilder knock out AJ. I'm on to the next one. Okay. All right. I heard that Crawford could be moving up. I ain't doing too many long boxing streams no more. But I'm going to try to get this one over with real quick, fast, in a hurry. I heard Crawford might be moving up. That's one of the PB, the Wilder top. That's what's coming out of the top rank area. I heard Jack Reese. I'll say that for later. Well, I might as well say it now because I ain't gonna remember. Jack Reese is probably gonna be the referee for Errol Spence and Sean Porter. So I think I said it before. That's what I heard. So Jack Reese gonna be the referee for Errol Spence, Sean Porter. He definitely gonna be on that card. But yeah, I heard one of the plans for Crawford is to move up, and I also heard one of my subs say Robert Garcia said it on. I think he said ES News then Adamas could fight Crawford. And Ronnie Boy Fresky, he ain't moving up. He ain't moving. That's what I heard. He moving the fuck up. I don't know if he gonna campaign there or he just going to snatch a belt or he gonna fight at both weight classes. But one of the contingency plan if Crawford don't get Errol Spence or another big fight, which people keep saying, Crawford need to fight Kell Brook. Crawford, and they creating this false narrative. Like, they really creating a false narrative, bro. That Brook, you see Kell Brook calling out Errol Spence. Just ask yourself. Sometimes it's good to ask yourself. Okay? I know a lot of niggas out here is fucking zombies, okay? Y'all give these niggas y'all money. Y'all listen and think everything they saying is factual, right? Tell them to show you the proof. Tell them to show you where the contract that Eddie Hearn sent up. Tell them niggas to show you where's Eddie Hearn going around saying Bob Arum won't give him Crawford to Kell Brook. I won't put Crawford with Kell Brook. Show me a video when Eddie Hearn come to New York, and I already know a boy that got water poured on his face, he a beater. Tell boy that got water poured on his face. You don't know what I'm talking about. Stop looking at my baby moms. Don't look when you looking at my baby moms. Ask that nigga to ask Eddie Hearn about Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford. Y'all can kill that right now. I think they come to New York, if I'm not mistaken. And I did that video 2 weeks ago about the press tour they was having. Saudi Arabia, I think London, and I think New York. If not, it might be LA. I think it's New York or LA. I think it's New York. Tell one of them niggas to ask, if it's LA, y'all know to ask whoever in LA, or tell one of them niggas, ask them niggas, man, my baby mom, stop looking at my baby moms. Ask him to ask Eddie Hearn about Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford and see what he tell you. Just what R. Kelly say, use your brain. You're stupid. Use common sense. Use common sense. If Eddie Hearn going around here saying Crawford ducking Kell Brook, then okay, it might be some validity to it. It might be some validity to it. It may be. Okay, then okay, let's find out. It might be some validity. Okay, cool. We see Eddie, what's going on? Oh, Eddie, man, what about Crawford and Kell Brook? What's going on? And at the end of the day, ask them who is next time you one of these church these fake ass pastors. Ask one of these bald headed niggas. Hey, bruh, matter of fact, why you ain't never got your camera on? Okay, is you even a real person? You got your little picture up there with a little, Photoshop. Look here, nigga. I don't like my bitches with filters on. Take that filter off. Put your face on the camera. You've been stealing money behind that camera for years, putting fake boxing content in. Take that fucking Milwaukee jersey, that fucking Milwaukee hat off your head, nigga, and show your face finally, nigga. I ain't trying to hear no excuses, nigga. Show your motherfucking sandwich Popeye $2 fucking face. Show your motherfucking face. And you tell me, and you put your camera on, you tell this motherfucker, put your camera on, motherfucker, and you tell me without searching on your little motherfucking Razor T-Mobile Motorola phone, without using your fucking Chromebook, your MacBook, your PC, you tell me who was Kell Brook's last two opponents. And matter of fact, you tell me when the last time Kell Brook fought at the welterweight limit. Matter of fact, tell me who was Kell Brook's trainer. Who was his last two trainers? Matter of fact, give me the last three. Matter of fact, tell me where you see Kell Brook say he calling out Terrence Crawford at. Tell me. Tell me. Just tell me that. Tell me where they sent the contract to Terrence Crawford. Tell me that. Just tell me who the last two opponents. Tell me you see Kell Brook on IG saying, or he on social media calling out Terrence Crawford. Tell me. Tell me where he said it at. Just because Negro Fight Fan TV said it. You know what I'm saying? Just because he said it, do it make it true? Just because he pulled up to his sister. He ain't pull up to his brother. He ain't pull up on his son. He ain't pull up on the pops. He ain't pull up on the uncle. He ain't pull up on Terrence Crawford. This nigga reached and said, he asked his sister out. Oh, he pulled up on his sister. Like, nigga, really? Maybe he just wanted to hit it. He want to see what that American girl pussy hit like. These niggas, like I said, man, somebody put a post up like they race baiters and pushing false narrative. And I'm like, man, that nigga telling the truth. I ain't seen so many race baiting and false narratives come out of nowhere, bruh. They like the Donald Trump of the box community, bruh. You put up on his sister talking about you calling him out. Nigga, really? Hey, go tell your brother I want to fight that nigga outside. Get the fuck up out of here. Fuck up out of here. They like and dislike niggas because they don't do interviews with them, man. Come on, man. Fuck up out of here. Nobody trying to hear that shit, man. Tell that nigga. Cause I was kicking that real shit. I was kicking that real shit. Hold on. Nigga was kicking that real shit. We back on, yeah. That might be Negro Fight Fan TV. He might be 78. I'm telling you, that nigga probably both of them motherfuckers. Or probably his cousin that live next door or some shit. I'm telling you, that ain't no real person, bro. That nigga ain't no real person, dog. I'm telling you, that's just some character they created. Like Bob Arum say. That nigga man Al Heyman ain't real, bro. These niggas ain't real, man. Where they come up with this shit at, dog? Real talk. They just sit there and they put they bald heads together and they touch their heads and they come up with these ideas or some shit like that. And to be real, they got a lot of squares in their circle too, man. It's a lot of unhappy motherfuckers over there. I'm sorry. You know, all these niggas, they want to be your friend behind the scenes and shit, and then act like they don't fuck with you on the man. Come on, man. These niggas jokers, man. These niggas whack. And all they want to do is steal your content. Well, I got these. And you know what it is? Motherfucker say, I don't believe you, CJ. Like, nigga, whenever I drop a story, if it ain't a rumor behind the scenes, I put the article link right in the description. It's right there where you can find it from. A video link, a article link, a tweet, or whatever. I put it in every video. And you want to question me? Who told you niggas Tank Davis was fighting Gamboa next? Copper Ranger broke that shit 27 hours later after I broke that video. I told y'all the day before. And I've been told y'all that Gamboa was in his contract. But niggas want to question me, but you don't want to question the motherfuckers who don't have no article links, that don't source. Even if they homeboy do an interview, they ain't even gonna put the interview in the description. They gonna act like they did the interview. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I really ain't. I'm about fed up with a lot of different motherfuckers. What Suge saying, motherfucking all eyes on me. He said a lot of motherfuckers was born males, but they ain't men. I ain't trying to hear that shit. This shit just it get irritating. It do. Like, you really gonna create a false narrative. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he ducking Kell. Where's Kell Brook like coming to America? Where's Kell Brook on IG or Twitter saying he want to? Where Eddie Hearn will be having a field day? He be having a field day. And I told y'all, Kell Brook was the man. They made Kell Brook the mandatory for Jaime Munguia. He pulled out a negotiation. I knew exactly when they was in negotiations. He pulled out of negotiations with Jaime Munguia. They ranked him number 1. Quick, fast, in a hurry, and he declined to take the fight. I ain't got to lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. They was in negotiations, and Kell Brook pulled out. They was giving him the Jaime Munguia fight. He don't know what he want to do. Dominic Ingle, the other guy, Dominic Ingle, he getting through all planes for being drunk. Just because he gave Errol Spence the fight of his life, coming off a broken orbital bone and coming down 13 pounds, it don't mean he the same fighter. Niggas, you know that, you know, Crawford and nobody. Crawford and nobody. You know, Lomachenko got a better resume than Crawford. Man, bitch, he got a better resume than Errol Spence. Shout out to Wood. Stay Real TV.
So at the end of the day, like, I mean, Logan got a better resume than Crawford. Crawford is a nobody. What about Errol Spence? What about Errol Spence? His resume lighter than a motherfucking diaper bag. I'm just saying. So I mean, who fuck Errol Spence be? And people, and don't come here and give me Sean Porter. They ain't fought yet, okay? Don't give me Sean Porter. Sean Porter, good fighter. Impressive if he stops Sean. If he knock out Sean Porter, he fighter of the year. As long as Andy Ruiz don't beat AJ. If Andy Ruiz beat AJ again, he fighter of the year. Okay, we can agree on that. But don't give me that shit. Y'all tore down Crawford. The reason why, no, y'all tore down Porter. The reason Sean Porter is a bum. Oh, Sean Porter garbage. He ain't got a chance. And then you're gonna try to use the nigga as a reference? Oh, he fought Sean Porter. Like, yeah, like you like the 30th nigga to hit it. You know what I'm saying? I had a homie that was in the military and shit. He said they had these whorehouses like over in Germany or some shit. And they had a girl picture outside the room, and these niggas be lined up to fuck one bitch out the room. Errol Spence would be the last customer in a 24-hour period. You come on. Julio Diaz beat Sean Porter, man. But he got robbed. Okay? Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Okay? Keith Thurman beat Sean Porter. That's all I'm saying. Not saying the loss is nothing, but you ain't doing shit. He ain't nobody even identify Sean Porter as the WBC champion. Tevin Farmer, Sean Porter and Tevin Farmer on the same level as champion identity, as identifying them as champion. They on the same level. I'm obviously Sean a better fighter, but as far as being identified as a champion, oh, I look at Sean Porter and be like, Sean Porter, WBC champion of the world. Yeah, WBC belt ain't never looked as bad on the no motherfucker as Sean Porter. He barely won the belt. He barely defended the belt. Like, come on, that's like a nigga coming out here in the Ferragamo belt. We come out here in the freshest motherfucking gear. I don't know what these niggas wearing. Yo, Robin jeans, some of you niggas, and your freshest purse on, nigga. You fresh in the mug, about to hit the club, nails painted. You know what I'm saying? You got your little bulletproof vest, little dress on, little thing they wearing. You like the freshest nigga in 2019 going into 20. But you just look like a mark. You just look like a nerd. It's just though they got the coolest gear on. You just look lame because you a lame ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's Sean Porter. He got the freshest gear on. He got the best belt on. But come on. If he beat Errol Spence, he'd be identified as that guy. Him and Tevin Farmer as champions on the same level. People don't count Tevin as no champion. People in Philly don't even count. They ain't even know who the fuck he is. You be at fucking the grocery store picking your motherfucking apples up, and you don't know who the fuck this nigga is. He looking at you and he looking at the oranges. Same thing with Sean Porter. Nobody identifies Sean Porter like, oh yeah, it's the welterweight champion of the world. Nobody. But don't sit here and tear Sean Porter down and then, oh, Sean Porter a tough fighter. And I ain't trying to hear that. Y'all said a nigga bum, he garbage. First, niggas saying, oh, Sean Porter beat Errol Spence. And then nigga daddy pulled a fast one on you. Now it's just hate. Like nigga daddy fooling niggas and shit, using niggas. And all of a sudden it was Sean Porter gonna beat Errol Spence a year ago. Now all of a sudden niggas jumping shit. That's some crazy shit, man. First it was Sean Porter, rah rah rah, SHAWNPORTER. Sean can't do it, no one can. Now it's Errol Spence draws on. Now they got the Errol Spence compression draws on. They got the Errol Spence compression socks because your feelings got hurt because you let a man use you. You let another grown man use and abuse you. you let another nigga abuse your ass. You was a carton of orange juice. And that nigga just drunk all the orange juice. Then he opened the carton up and got the little ends out and shit. He ain't leave no juice on left. See, me personally, that ain't gonna happen to a nigga like me. Cause if you gonna get yours, for sure I'm gonna get mine. That nigga reached out to me, tried to do me like he did that nigga. You think it worked? Hell no. You think it worked? I can show you the fucking picture. You think it worked on me? Hell no. Well, yeah, Bud could be moving up. I'm spending too much time on this shit. Bud could be moving up. That's gonna happen. I'm telling you. If PBC don't get him a fight, Adonis and Crawford is happening, Ronnie Boy Fresh. I'm telling you. You keep saying he not moving up. He not gonna moving up. It's going to fucking happen. I'm telling you. If they don't provide him a fight at 47 from PBC, I heard it was an Earl Spence fight. They not willing to fight that. He's moving up to fight Adonis. Not sure he getting a campaign there. Hey, LA12, tell him what Robert Garcia said. Send him the interview. Because he said he heard Robert Garcia say they might do Adonis and Crawford. That's what Top Rank is saying, bro. I'm telling you. That's what it is. Adonis can't fight, though. See, y'all acting like Adonis is like J.Rock or he like Tony or Charlo. That motherfucker ain't no great fighter. I don't understand. Niggas, oh, Adonis is tough. And where? Every time I see him fight, this nigga running out of gas. He ain't no good fighter. We beat Patrick Day. He said 54. It ain't about what it is different. He got a belt. He's a what? A 4-division champion? That's what a 4-division title holder. That's what it's about. Keeping him busy. He might end up getting the belt, dropping it. He might defend both belts. Never know. But that's the plan, to keep him busy. He said Patrick Day went 12 and oh, my bad. I don't get it. Then Adonis is. I'm like, where is this fucking hype train? Ain't he from Dominican Republic? Name me a last great Dominican Republic fighter. Name me the last great Dominican Republic fighter. Huh? Cool man, Salmon, salute. Adonis got this groundbreaking power. I watched him. I watched a couple fights. I'm like, man, maybe I got the wrong guy. He said, you see how Sean looked at Earl and said he wasn't trying to hurt. Man, I watched that shit, man. That was the way. I'm glad I watched that shit like 2 a.m, bro. Before I went to bed one night. That was the fucking. Them niggas got the motherfucking personality of a black and white TV. You know what I'm saying? He got the personality of a black and white TV. I'll get to that in a second, man. Give me a minute. But I heard, that's what I heard. That's what Top Rank saying, nigga. I just keep it. Top Rank is planning on Earl's Terrence Crawford fighting Adonis for the vacant belt. And if they can make the Earl Spence fight, or they send somebody of prominence to fight Terrence Crawford, then he'll stay at welterweight. And Adonis is going to probably, at worst, fight Patrick Teixeira for the title. That's what I heard. Other than that, who we going to fight then? Castillo Clayton? Because Engus is mandatory. So he probably gonna hold the 47 and 54 pound WBO belt. And that's just what it is. It's sparring footage. Crawford was fighting 7 motherfucking niggas before he fought Adonis. He was interchanging sparring partners at Gleason. He was fighting 7 other motherfuckers. He fought 2 people before he even fought Adonis. I don't read nothing into sparring. He said you asked Robert, but Robert and Peter both said Adonis the best at 50. Hey, he trained him. He trained him. What you supposed to say? Somebody that's paying you 10% of their purse or 15%, what you supposed to say? Oh, he the worst. He ain't that good. Like, nigga, fuck up out of here. What your eyes tell you about Adonis? All right, put it to you this way. Nigga say, bet your motherfucking left hand that Adonis beat fucking Jermall Charlo. Who you bend your left hand and your fucking, you gonna bet your left hand? You not. Nigga ain't that good, bro. He ain't that good. You know what I mean? Like I said, name me the last great Dominican Republic fighter this decade. Who? Fortuna? Ronnie Boy Fresh gotta be Dominican, bro. He gotta be Dominican. He got to be a Dominican, bro. Because Adonis can't fucking fight that good. He ain't no elite level fighter, bro. I ain't never seen Patrick Day or Patrick Teixeira fight, but I ain't seen it, bro. I seen this motherfucker fight twice. He can't even fight 12 rounds. I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
Let me continue on. So that's what I heard about Crawford. We talk about Maul and Hogan. Uh, I think it's a better fight than people. I ain't never seen Hogan fight. Right? I seen some highlights of him and Munguia, but I heard Hogan campaign that super middleweight, and like I keep saying, it's a great thing to segue from Crawford to Jamal. And the good thing about Crawford is that good thing about talking about Crawford and Maul, they both the same person. They both in the same position. Excuse me. You know, Crawford can't get a fight because of politics. Charlo can't get a fight because of politics. So you think them both being black that people would sympathize with them? You know what I'm saying? It's a different it's a different code. First is Canelo should fight Charlo and this and that and Triple G should fight Charlo. But then when it come to Bud, is they laughing. You know, but it is what it is. You know, the thing about it is Bud is watching the Jeff Horns and the Benavidez is he beating their ass and Charlos is struggling with Brandon Adams and he's struggling with Matt Korobov, which I thought he lost that fight to be honest. It was a close one. It could have went either way, but I thought he lost it just looking at it. But you know, it just shows you it's a popularity contest is what boxing come to now. And at the end of the day, you know, I think it's the best fight available for him, and you know, it is what it is. Dennis Hogan, I can't tell you a lot about him. Uh, but I will tell you, he might give Jermall Charlo a run for his money. Like people got this built-in fantasy that Jermall Charlo is a good fighter. I face the reality that he ain't that fucking good. It's just politics. I think Canelo beat the fucking piss out of him, and I've been said it. I think Triple G would beat the hell out of him, and I've been said that. Me looking at it, I don't see one special thing about Jermall Charlo. He got a really good jab at 160, but his mobility it ain't really picked up. He ain't that good. He's probably one of the most overrated fighters that I evaluated this year. And I'm sorry. He's like, why don't Charlo move to the zone? I don't know. You know? But to me, he ain't that good. Now, can he get better? Yeah, he got good fan speed. His footwork can get a lot better. He got a lot of tools to work with. He big, he strong. He got some power, but he ain't that big of a puncher to me. He not a bigger puncher than Jermaine Taylor was or Kelly Pavlik at the division. Just to give recent history, he not a bigger puncher than Arthur Abraham was in the middleweight division. You know, and people say, well, you can't compare past fighters to this fighter. Yes, fuck, I can. Yes, I can. Why can't I compare fighters of the past? Somebody was telling me that today. Well, you know, you compare Errol Spence size wise to legendary fighters. I'm like, he ain't that fucking big as a welter. He a big welterweight, but he ain't amongst the biggest. Is my point. You know, he not a huge welterweight. He not. He not the biggest welterweight I've seen. Trinidad was bigger. Paul Williams was bigger. Tommy was bigger. You know what I'm saying? Ray Leonard, I think he fought all the way up to what super middleweight. I think Vernon Forrest is at welterweight. I'm not sure how far he went up. So he ain't the biggest fucking. At the end of the day, you got welterweights that went up to cruiserweight. That's a big welterweight. You got welterweights that went up to middleweight and beat Marvin Hagler and fought against Marvin. You got lightweight that move up. To me, in the grand scheme of things, the nigga ain't that big. But that's another conversation for another. He a big welterweight for this generation. But like I said, I done seen like treacherous punchers at welterweight that had size. But with Jermall Charlo, like he ain't that good to me. He regressing if anything, and maybe his competition level is the reason he regressing. Maybe he got to fight up and down to his competition. I get Dennis Hogan a chance to beat Jermall Charlo, but he ain't gonna beat him. I don't think he don't look like he got a lot of power. Um, but I think if Brandon Adams can compete with Charlo, so can Dennis Hogan. And it just seemed like he might be right to get upset, but this guy ain't got enough power. They ain't gonna let him rob that Charlo twin. He real composed. He not the loud mouth Charlo, but hey, at the end of the day, I just don't think he that good. Okay, I also would pick Demetrius Andrade to beat his ass too. You know what I'm saying? 704 Joe salute. Solid try to see you. He ain't that good. Jay Sosa, what's going on? So I don't know. But Charlo ain't that fucking good. People say Magui ain't that good, but Jermall Charlo, he ain't too far behind that motherfucker, man. He need to get it together. He need to get it together, in my opinion. He's a Hogan versus Charlo was trash fight and horrible matchup for Dennis. I mean, at the end of the day, is it really a horrible matchup? because people talk about Crawford fought a one-legged Benavidez, right? And he went to 12 and he ended up stopping him. What about when Charlo, legitimately went in there with a guy that legitimately damn near had one leg, and Jorge Sebastian Highland survived what, 6 rounds, maybe 5 6 rounds? What about a guy that got beat up by Matt Korobov? What about a guy that was supposed to sit there and thrash Brandon Adams? What about that? You got one guy that's fighting the same competition as Jermall Charlo, but he obliterated him in Terrence Crawford, and another guy who edging motherfuckers out, who barely beat motherfuckers, or it's too close to be that competitive, and he getting the pass. That's just showing the inconsistencies of that shit. He said, Jermall knocks out Andrade. Fuck, I've been saying, I don't shit. We can put money on that one. They ain't gonna never fight each other. They don't want to fight each other, so ain't no point in talking about it. Jermall Charlo couldn't knock out Korobov, but he can knock out active Demetrius Andrade. I don't think so. Andrade been to boxed his ears off. Andrade boxed the hell out of him right now. They ain't a close matchup. He can catch Andrade and knock him out. I can see that happening, but I doubt it. He ain't got enough mobility. He's too straight up and down. Good jab. He'll get obliterated, bro. I'll just keep it real. That might be some 10-1 shit. In my Bob Aaron voice. Yeah, I don't understand the hype about Jermall Charlo. I ain't been one to bite my tongue about shit like that. But I don't understand the hype. I don't. That motherfucker get fucking embarrassed. They ain't gonna fight. Them motherfuckers don't want to fight each other. They could have been fighting each other right now. And both of them quiet as a church mouse. But yeah, I'm done talking about that shit. So somebody has some questions. Hold on. About Mikey. What I heard about Mikey is I heard he might be in the running for the Pacquiao fight, and that PBC might promise him or give him the Pacquiao fight to keep him away from the zone. Obviously, somebody said that he was making a big announcement September 14th with Top Rank. I heard Top Rank a long time ago made him an offer, and if he do sign with Top Rank, the offer was, if I remember correctly, the offer was a fight at 140. Don't quote me on this. The offer was a fight at 140, and then a fight with Lomachenko, and then I think a fight with Terrence Crawford was what it was. I think that's what it was. It was a fight. It was a tune-up at 40 to see how he feel. Then fight Lomachenko. I don't know if that's gonna be a catchweight for all the belts at 135 on pay-per-view, and then move up to fight Terrence Crawford if he wanted to on pay-per-view. So that was the offer that I heard from Top Rank to Terrence Crawford. I meant to Mikey Garcia. So it would include a 140-pound tune-up and comeback. Then it would include a Lomachenko fight if he can make the way that they could figure it out on pay-per-view. And then it would include a Terrence Crawford fight if he wanted it on pay-per-view. Yep. So that's what the fuck that was a while ago I heard that one. So that's what I heard. Other than that, what else I hear? Man, I heard some other shit too. Let me see, man. I be trying to remember shit to keep my mind sharp. For real. I be trying to remember some things, man. See if anything else I heard, man. Oh yeah, the Canelo situation. I'll get to that. Oh yeah, okay. I remember. Yep. Yeah, okay. Wilder and Ortiz is gonna be T-Mobile. I'm not Vegas sometime in November. I think we all know that. Rick and Dial, they looking to put Rick and Dial and get him a belt versus Ray Vargas. So they right now trying to get Ray Vargas to fight Rick and Dial, which I don't know if that. I guess Ray Vargas fight on his own if I'm correct. So I don't know how they gonna work that out, but that'll perhaps be a fight that I won't be watching. Rick and Dial versus Ray Vargas is perhaps the worst matchup of all time. So I'm straight on that. But they trying to get Rick and Dial to fight Ray Vargas for the WBC. I heard they pushing for that. Also, what else I hear? I didn't forgot that motherfucking quick. I'm crazy, the motherfucker. Oh yeah. I heard. Yeah, I took the video. Canelo Kovalev done. Almost done. 99% done. WBO forced it to be at 175. Anything less than 175, WBO wasn't going to sanction the fight. It'll be a rehydration clause. I don't know the weight on that, but the WBO is the reason to fight in at 172, not Kovalev, not Canelo. The WBO wanted to be at 175, and then we'll have a rehydration clause. Andrade and Callum Smith is if it fall apart, Callum Smith and Andrade is the backup plans. Heard that Pacquiao has Mikey as a second option. Heard is don't be surprised if they give him that fight so Mikey don't go to the zone. It's between Danny and Mikey, which we might be seeing Mikey go to Top Rank. Um, so yeah. So oh yeah, no. So that's what I heard. There's some things I heard. So for y'all to have on, but that's the Mikey deal I heard from Top Rank. Hopefully I got it correct. I was so long ago. Um, the zone deal, never knew what the zone deal was. PBC sounded like they wanted to give him the Pacquiao fight, but I guess maybe he had to go through Danny Garcia to get it. So Danny probably be fighting Manny Pacquiao next. That'll be next year. So I heard that the other day, and I guess they promised it to Mikey to keep him from going to wherever the fuck he going. So that's that. And also I talk about the Earl Spence Sean Porter face off real quick, since people want to hear about that. Born, you know what I'm saying? I watched that Earl Spence said that he didn't try to hurt Mikey Garcia. He wanted to prove that he can box. I can't stand that motherfucker. I'm just gonna keep it real. I can't stand Earl Spence, bro. Like the maturation of of uh of him from boogeyman to businessman, I can't stand him. I ain't gonna lie. Between the strength and conditioning coach crying, talking about he ain't get fired, between Negro Fight Fan TV, and between this false narrative and them niggas hating on Bud. Like I said, I don't have no personal relationship with Bud. Like I said, they tried to sue me. So this ain't a popularity contest to me. I'm a grown man. We came to a deal. We could make bygones be. It's boxing. Me and him would never hug. Me and him would never shake hands or no shit like that. After the shit they did when they could have just reached out, it ain't personal. And I just told y'all, my boxing channel, I try not to run part, but they made this Earl Spence shit personal. And he sounds just like a YouTube ass nigga. Well, I didn't try to hurt Mikey Garcia. I wanted to show I can box. So let me get this correct, my nigga. You made motherfuckers pay $75 and you want to be a pay-per-view star. Just listen for a minute, some of you niggas out here, man. Before you run back and tell Negro Spiritual Fight Fan TV, oh, this nigga said this nigga said that, man. Fuck them niggas. But just take a listen to how stupid niggas sound, right? Just listen. I wanted to show the world that I can box. I wasn't trying to hurt Mikey Garcia, right? So you waited for us to pay $80. All right, some of us to pay $80. You waited for some of us to fly from wherever you flew from, New York, LA, Oregon, Florida, Nebraska, Texas, Philadelphia, wherever you was coming from, Virginia. You made motherfuckers pay plane fare, hotel fare, all of that just to get a taste of Dallas, Texas, just to get a rib, just to get a steak, just to walk on the Dallas Cowboy and take a picture on the star. You made people pay $80 to see you put on a sparring exhibition, bruh. Stop it, bruh. Stop it. You sound like a YouTube nigga, man. You sound like we should give you a Blue Yeti and the motherfucking 4K camera, bruh. Stop it, dog. That's why you just don't like niggas like that. The fans make you not like somebody, but when somebody say shit like that, oh, I wasn't trying to hurt him. What you in the ring for, bruh? What you in the ring for? You need Broner brush to brush his hair? I wasn't trying to hurt him. Like when I said that shit, I wanted to turn that shit off. Real, and this is who represents your community. Talking about man down. Nah, I ain't trying to hurt him. Oh, what is it not? EJ don't hurt him. Lee Hammer. Come on, man. Even Sean Porter had this. Sean Porter just sat back like he hit the blunt. Like, this nigga just say that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, this nigga not taking Sean Porter serious. He's underestimating Sean Porter. And he go all the Earl Spence slappies. How is he underestimating Sean Porter? He's doing the military core workout. How is he underestimating Sean Porter? He's working as hard as he... Like, nigga, damn, bruh. You gonna let his nuts go? You can tell by his demeanor, bruh. He don't respect him. He don't respect him. He don't respect him. You can't. You ain't got no talent. You ain't got no skill. What do you say? You talented, but you ain't got no skill. Do that sound like somebody that respect? And he don't have no acting skills. He don't have no acting skills. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing, and I'm glad I didn't wait till 3 p.m. to watch that shit. I caught that shit on YouTube, on somebody's YouTube channel, and they could have said the beginning part. Like I said before, these are two bland personality dudes trying to act like they got personality. This is a glorified bum bash in a lot of people's opinion. Cause y'all telling me I need to support the two brothers. I need to support the fights. I need to support the brothers. I need to support the fight because they black. But then again, you want me to pay $80 to fly, pay thousands of dollars to fly out there to watch a mismatch? Because everywhere I look, oh, this Errol Spence gonna win easy. He gonna stop him in the dirt, and for what? Ain't no real animosity here. Ain't no real disdain here. Ain't no blood. Ain't no Rick Bo blowing his opponent, punching him in the jaw. Ain't no even no fake animosity or no real trash talk like Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. Ain't nothing engaging here, dog. I don't get it. Let y'all tell it. The face off people doing reaction videos on the face off like it was so great. That shit was garbage. Devin Alexander, Timothy Bradley, little face to face, whatever they called it, or face off on with Max Kellerman was better than that. It wasn't no Fred Jackson. Shit wasn't engaging. Only good part was when he said, "I'm gonna cut you," and then the nigga go on to say, "I wasn't trying to hurt Mikey Garcia." Like nigga, you going to a fight with your life on the line, and you were trying to hurt him. Then Sean was like, "Well, you said on the show you was disappointed that you didn't get the knockout." This nigga lying, bro. Hold on, bro. Told the nigga lying, bro. Y'all niggas sit here and y'all believing what this nigga say. I wasn't trying to I was trying to show my boxing ability. So you gonna make niggas pay $80 and pay all this money to fly down to see you to box? Come on, man. Did he mention Campo? I missed that one. Oh, I guess somebody in the chat mentioned it. Yeah, I'm like, man, that nigga said I'm not trying to hurt nobody. Ain't trying to hurt nobody with this boxing, yeah. Ain't trying to hurt nobody. Ain't trying to hurt nobody. Nigga need to come out to Kid and play. Floyd was going hard on Shane. And 24/7 to do Shane no favors, bro. Every time Floyd holds Shane, they had Shane looking stupid. Every time. Floyd would be like, shitty Shane. And Shane wish he had the flashcards. Shane said he ain't fighting for no check. Nigga, you 40, 38 years old. You better be fighting for a fucking check. Then they put Shane face up there and Shane just be looking stupid. Like, I'm going to go watch that shit tonight, bro. Backyard Reporter says you fought a 135 pounder. No, he was like, you would have struggled with that same Mikey Garcia. You would have struggled with that. It'd have been a war. It would have been a war. It would have been a war between you and Mikey Garcia. Like, and then you got the strength and conditioning coach crying because he got fired and shit. If you didn't care, I ain't addressing shit. Because some niggas on the internet, say, "Oh, you got fired, nigga." He got a strength and conditioning coach that worked Zeke out. Well, I was 11 wins and 11 knockouts when Earl was training with me. I told Earl after the Ronald Cruz fight, yeah, I think with the distance, you gonna knock everybody else out. Doing if the proof in the pudding, the nigga be back. If the proof in the pudding, he'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Because when he had Earl was looking fantastic, bro. So if he lose, he lose. He like, me and Earl cool. I'ma still send a nigga an invitation to my son party. Like, nigga, you ain't never gotta justify yourself. Anytime a nigga say I've been getting money and like, nigga, it gets to the point where you gotta just step back and be like, dog, this some internet shit, bro. And we all been there before. I ain't knocking a nigga. He seemed like a cool dude. Sometimes you gotta be like, man, I didn't did too much. Sometimes I tell myself like I did too much today. You know what I'm saying? Or I took it to a place where it didn't need to go. You know what? The proof in the pudding. If he don't get a stop his first Sean Porter, then he 0-2 as far as stoppages. He 2 fights in a row without you. He had to come back. He come back. You know what I'm saying? You know he two he went he first time y'all didn't, I think he said they didn't work together for the Mikey fight. He didn't stop a lightweight, and then he go in there, he lose to Sean or he don't stop Sean. Then the proof in the pudding. It's as simple as that. Sometimes you gotta just let it happen. But to be commenting and going back and forth with niggas on social media, like it's at that point we all been there. Like, ain't even no point, bro. You ain't got shit to prove to a nigga that probably stay at home with his mama, or probably stay in some college dormitory, or probably stay in some bullshit ass situation, dude. You know, it don't have nothing to prove to them niggas, dog. Real talk. You had nothing to prove to them niggas. You know, he was wrong for even coming on justifying himself. I ain't justifying myself for nothing. Me and Earl still. Man, if the nigga fired me, he fired me. But you know the whole thing about it is, I'm gonna say this, dog, and it's this real nigga shit. If he didn't have this nigga Blu-ray and look the nigga in the eye and shake his hand and say, "Well, I'm gonna go with a new strength conditioning coach, man. Maybe we could work together in the past, in the future, or whatever." If he didn't go to that nigga and fire that nigga like that, and tell that and let that nigga go like that, they just show you what type of hoe ass nigga he is. You know what I'm saying? That shows you more than anything he said. If that nigga Earl Spence didn't have the balls enough to tell the nigga Blu-ray to his face and shake his hand and say, you know what, I'm gonna go a different direction. We still cool and shit. You know, we still go to B-dubs, or we still chop it up and kick it. But if he ain't had the balls to fire the nigga like a man, or he just found out, through the grapevine, and Earl started camp, he ain't call me. And he go down there and he's like, he got a new strength and conditioning coach. Or we don't allow you on the premises, no shit like that. Then it is what it is. But if you can't shake a nigga hand and tell him you don't need the services no more, text message, don't call me, like, nigga, we sit down and let's talk it out. Like, okay, you want to fight, you don't want me no more? Okay, cool, bro. Appreciate it, man. Real nigga shit, man. I understand. They time say he gotta hold that L. They be talking about how unimportant internet niggas is, but then and then a whole video explaining it. I don't understand. I ain't about to explain myself to nobody, bro. But if the nigga fired you, like, and didn't tell you, and like you just found out he got a new coach, I would never fuck with that nigga again. Real talk. He got to pay me 5 times the value. I would never fuck with that nigga again. He don't respect you as a man. Real talk. He don't respect you as a man. If he just hired somebody else and didn't even tell you he ain't working with you no more, you just found out through the grapevine. He don't respect you as a man. He ain't even shoot you a text, even though that's disrespect. He ain't shoot you a text. He ain't call. You just probably found out. The internet told this nigga. I believe that nigga might have found out when he seen the nigga put the video of the military core workout on. He might have just. I know he found it before that, but it is what it is. Give me a couple. I got a couple questions. I'll answer them real quick. But the nigga, y'all got a couple box related questions. I'll answer them. But the nigga got to save face though. He got to save face because he can't go out there and trash and Earl out. It is crazy, man. I wouldn't be justifying myself with no niggas, man. That's just me personally. Did you see Curtis debate with Spence fanboy? Dudes don't know shit about boxers. Curtis school with them boys. No, I didn't see it, bro. I didn't see it. Earl showed his colors when he shitted on old dude from Dallas in front of Ellie Setback. Oh, you talking about Mr. 210? Yeah. He hold that nigga, dog. Man, that's a nigga that'll drink Earl Spence sweat. Real shit. He was a diehard Earl Spence fan. And they got that nigga banned from the events. Ain't that a bitch? One of these YouTube niggas sent him to the event and he got banned. because they said he went into the locker room and his nigga before Earl Spence was even a household name. He was at his gym covering them. He was at his fights covering them. He was speaking highly of him, putting his reputation on the line. You know what I'm saying? A lot of love, and then you turn around and they stab you in the back. You don't see them doing Ellie Setback like that. You don't see them doing Marco Rivera like that. You don't see them doing Michelle Joy Phelps like that. You don't see them doing the rest of some of these other niggas like that. That showed that you right. That showed a lot of true color. Then the nigga on Instagram begging to the nigga, yeah, the nigga Earl Spence didn't change. He didn't let that fame hit his head. But when you get money like that, of course it's gonna change you. Of course it's gonna change you. Of course it's supposed to change you. Don't let nobody tell you, nigga. If you woke up tomorrow and somebody put a 5 or 10 million in your account, nigga, you ain't gonna be acting different. 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna be working that same job. Yeah, we already talked about Lara and J.Rock. CJ Alkaline still be loved indeed. Think about that throwback jersey. He said, for actually being said not to change the title, but bro, Tank say dumb stuff all the time. But honestly, he was right when he said the whole Tevin whole career is based off his name, but don't want to fight him. Yeah, that's fact. Who did Spence knock out? Carol Brick, bro. The nigga that's Terrence Crawford did it. Is Lara official? No, it ain't official. I wouldn't fight Lara. That shit gonna be a boring ass fight. Arizona about to get them belts is going to force him to fight Charlo. Yeah, I got Lara winning that fight right now. Close fight though. Xavier Miller, Severon Stockton. How is Lara? I don't know. Like what, 36? You ain't gonna never know how old them Cuban fighters is. Never. Let me tell you. That nigga probably like 50. He 36. Yeah, I got it right now. He just turned 36 in April. You talking about the kid? No, I ain't talking about him. That cloud chase does strange things, bring the truth out. The only player I won to smash Michelle Joy Phelps. Sanita Chanti is better. These niggas are turning into a chick debate. Eddie Sadback has autism and MJP be messing with them boxers allegedly. Interesting. Ellie lives under Garcia's bed. Robert Garcia's bed. Lara might be 56. Hell yeah. That shit crazy, man. But it is what it is. But I ain't never about to sit here and justify crotching no nigga, man. Fuck about it here, nigga. For real, man. That shit was some nut shit, man. I'm getting money out here and nigga, ain't nobody better than me at the strength conditioning coach. Apparently the nigga he got supposed to be better than you. He upgraded. Nigga Earl out here cutting niggas off and shit. That's crazy, man. In a minute, he gonna move out of Texas altogether. He gonna move to Beverly Hills on y'all. I ain't gonna never see that nigga again. But he showed me his true colors when he said I wasn't trying to hurt Mikey. Everything I started to confirm. I don't fuck with that nigga, man, at all. At all. I don't fuck with that nigga. At all. I don't give a fuck if Sean Porter knocked that motherfucker to the afterlife. I don't care if Sean Porter turned that nigga into a ghost. I don't fuck with niggas like that. Because he was playing a role. I want to fight everybody. Free smoke, free smoke, free smoke. And then when it came down to, oh, you get a belt. And, I'm going to beat your ass and you get a belt. And nigga go get a belt. What happened? I want to get the easy belt. I'm like, oh, this nigga just suspect. And how can you be a fan of a nigga? Real talk. How can you be a fan or an apologist of a nigga that said when you pay $80, you went down to the arena and paid $20, $30, whatever it was, $10, $15 for parking. You went down to that arena, bro. And he told you niggas that I was trying to box. And I didn't try to hurt that nigga. I want to show my boxing ability. Come on. How you sit there? How you sit here and tell me you boycott the NFL and Jerry Jones buying this nigga tickets? How you sit here and him and Jerry Jones boys? You telling me, oh, I'm a coon because I watch the NFL. But you got your Yeezys on. You got your Gucci's on, right? You got your Gucci belt on. And you telling me about the NFL, but Errol Spence at the NFL Thanksgiving game, right? Errol Spence shacked up with Jerry Jones. They buddy. Deontay Wilder shacked up with Jerry Jones. They buddy. Y'all talking about Floyd is a raccoon. All lives matter. Deontay Wilder bowing to him at Dallas Arena. Errol Spence all hugged up with him. Which one is it? At the end of the day, if you boycott the NFL over whatever you boycotted over, why you go down to Jerry World and you watching the fight? Why you paying to be in Jerry Jones' facility? That's all I want to know. It sounds like the real raccoons is these niggas. Any niggas that sat there and lied up and said, "Oh, fuck the NFL. I don't watch the NFL because it's right." But you went down to Jerry World and watched Errol Spence. And he buddy with Jerry Jones. Matter of fact, a lot of niggas might have got free tickets because Jerry bought them tickets and gave them away. He said Lubin and Goucher, Castanos, and Utamos on October 26th. I just read them, but I don't even know who Utamos is. So I wonder if AB still fighting October 12th then. That's a good question. I'm not interested in that card at all. So I don't know what's going to happen then. That's good. So what matchups is most intriguing? I don't really care outside. That's the only fight I care about, to be honest. Loma about to duck Tank. I doubt it. You gotta make a great haircut happen to match you. If Sean B. Earl is gonna be worse than Broner, could be. If I'm there, I'm gonna throw a couple piss at that nigga. Throw a couple piss at that nigga. If Canelo fight at 175, he's not coming all the way down to 160 again, unless he want to get stretched. With his power pellets, he can do anything he want to. Man, PBC got all the power, Jay Thomas say, but they couldn't make Charlo versus Hurd, Santa Cruz versus Tank, and Santa Cruz versus Russell. Earl versus Diamond probably gonna mess up Benavidez and Plant. She gotta stop. PBC don't do no wrong, bro. Watching more, I'm just saying, just because he didn't knock out Mikey doesn't mean he won't knock out Porter. Yeah, he might be trying to hurt Porter. He might be trying to hurt Porter. He didn't want to hurt Mikey, and he don't knock out Porter. I didn't want to knock out Sean Porter. I want to show everybody I can go the distance. But you're right. Styles make fights. Mikey played it safe. He said, I like Earl, but he said some BS there. He wanted, Flashy Ben say he know he wanted to take Mikey out, but he could have just said Mikey was on survival mode. You know, man, how you like a nigga like this, bro? Like, how you like this nigga, man? How? How do you like this foo-foo ass nigga? For one, he was massa. He works than the NFL players, bro. He was master Jerry Jones, dog. Two, he ain't trying to hurt his opponents. Three, he telling niggas I want the easy, but I'm been done with that. Let me just get off this nigga, man. Let me get off this nigga, man. He said, Loma, man, Tony Bell, you ain't shit. Come on. This the same nigga that talk shit about Wilder and then bitched up in his face. Don't you ever reference Tony Bellew on this channel. Gets no play on this channel. He said, I'm interested in Darrell and Benavidez. People just swear, oh, Benavidez gonna knock Darrell out. We'll see. We'll see. He ain't fought nobody as good as Anthony Darrell. Even this version of Anthony Darrell. Real shit. He ain't fought this version of Anthony Darrell. Some people just think he might end up knocking Darrell. I don't know. But I'm just trying to find out what big fight did David Benavidez win? Because he lost that first fight to Garville to me. He could have went either way, but I had him losing by a point. Where did David Benavidez beat the shit out of somebody of prominence? That's all I'm asking. What is this? Where is this big win on David Benavidez's resume? Everybody talking about chasing Loma, but on Twitter he calling out Santa Cruz. That shit was a joke. If he makes Santa Cruz move up another motherfucking weight class, I'm done with that nigga. The thing is, Benavidez is showing Darrell a ton of respect because Darrell can fucking punch. People act like David Benavidez ain't never been on that canvas. People just it's funny. It's funny when you got apologists or you a fan favorite. People forget all your shortcomings. Look at Jermall Charlo and his apologies. No offense to him. I don't have no issue against him. But come on, his last 3 fights been hot garbage. Brandon Adams, garbage. Korobov, garbage. Whoever he fought before Korobov, garbage. I can't even fucking remember. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas just tend to forget because they like you. They tend to forget you garbage. Your last performance has been garbage. I'm trying to hear that shit, man. Yeah, get out of here. I done spent too much time on here. Appreciate y'all, man. I don't know. I might do a boxing stream Sunday. I'm getting away from this shit. Shit getting redundant, but this was pretty cool right here, man. Her just fucked up the whole December card. It wasn't competitive the first go around to me. He said, I say that to the Benavidez is definitely not overlooking the rail, but the fans are. The fans don't know shit. He said, Panado, when I want to say Twitter tank won $7 million for Farmer. Fight is fully gonna take 5. I'm out on that one. Appreciate it, man. Y'all fooling.